It's been a very tough experience to go from the ocean. It was very tough. The police officers tried to stop us, but our will and our determination, we could came here.
It was tough to go from this guy just gets up into the camera and tells you it was so tough invading your country. The police tried to stop us, but with our will and determination, we conquered your country. On January 30th, the Prime Minister of Spain said this.
Yes, my country has offered a path to regulate 500,000 undocumented migrants. 500,000 people we live with every day, at the market, on the bus, at our children's school, people who care for our parents, work in the fields, who have built hand in hand with us the progress of our country. People who were already here, already part of our lives. Some say we've gone too far, that we're going against the current. But I would like to ask you, when did recognizing rights become something radical? When did empathy become something exceptional? Spain is above all a welcoming country, and this is the path we choose: dignity, community, and justice.
Justice, huh? Well, today, Spain burns. Very literally, in fact, as they have a massive wildfire to deal with. They burn as well because there are countless immigrants invading from Morocco, which their prime minister says were always there. He says that they were the people who help them in their fields, the people who take care of them in their homes. Always the same narrative with these lefties, as if these immigrants that are invading are just the help. Does this look like they're trying to help? Doesn't really look like it to me. It kind of looks like barbarians invading. A lot of them. A lot of barbarians invading. Now, tell me, is this empathy? Is this goodness? Is this courtesy? What is this? Is this respect? This is kindness. Love is love and all of that good stuff. Then why do they cheer as they invade your country? Young men. Young soldiers. None of them afraid to show their faces. None of them afraid to talk to the camera. I'm sure they'd give you their name if you asked them. And there are some women, very few. Notably, they are tending to wear hijabs, so you can sort of come to some conclusions about why some of the people are invading, if not all of them. And I would say that it's rather impossible to assume that this is all circumstantial, like a flash mob that just happened to occur out of nowhere. Clearly, it's organized, right? Now, who organized it? I don't know. I mean, it could have been the CIA who organized it. It could have been Spain who organized it. It could have been anybody, right? Who knows? But what matters is the response to it, which has been very interesting. We'll get to Spain's response eventually, or the Prime Minister specifically, as the people don't seem to be particularly fond of this. But first, other people. This is the Slovenian Prime Minister.
Discussion I had years ago with one minister from Moroccan government. I asked him, why is there 20-25% of all illegal crossings to Slovenia made by people coming from Morocco? The minister said, why do you are accepting them?
It's the right question.
Yeah.
He asks the right question.
I said, yes, but still, why this number is significant? He said, frankly, if you want to know, many of those people are trying to escape justice. They are thieves, they are criminals, and our legal system is that when we catch somebody doing those criminal activities, not the most severe, but those, it's not quite our interest to put him on trial, on jail. We wait a little. They're fleeing the country, going to you, you're accepting them, and
Notice who's accepting them there. Of course. The young white women who think they're saving the world with their privilege.
Going to you, you're accepting them, and this is your problem.
So this Moroccan minister openly admitted...
Openly said, it's not official policy, but it is...
But it's unofficial policy.
It's, yeah. I was totally shocked. I said, look, thank you for your frankness, but still, you're exporting your problems to Europe, also to my country. And he repeated his first answer. Why do you accept me?
That's a great question, honestly. It's a great question because liberalism, globalism, I mean, look at this, for instance. This is Schengen. I'd forgotten the name of it. Schengen, I think it's named after a town, I think, where it was first signed. I think it was in Luxembourg. But this is basically just a free travel area where, as far as I understand it, you can get a visa that allows you to travel through all of these marked countries, all the ones that aren't gray, freely, and you don't need a different visa or whatever. And this is just it's like a tourist visa, which basically just allows you to go anywhere, kind of like an all-access pass at Disney World or something. Now, Spain, obviously the red one, all of these blue countries are the ones who want to kick Spain out of Schengen. That's how bad Spain has become, at least in their perception of it. It's got to be pretty bad for France to want to kick you out. Let's be honest. Now, we have the Prime Minister himself, Pedro Sanchez, responding. His recent post from 35 minutes ago, he posted numbers, and this is auto-translated, but he posted numbers saying, solidarity and empathy are optional. Respect for European treaties and data is not. Though I do think that respecting the treaty would also require you to respect the treaty, right? And allowing infinite immigrants into your country, which then invade other countries, is not respecting the treaty. But he's posted some numbers here. I don't know if these are accurate, but from 2021 to 2026, it's saying the number of irregular entries for Italy is 500,000, from the Western Balkans is 340,000, from Greece is 260,000, via the eastern border is 50,000, and from Spain, only 234,000, rounding up, I guess, 235. Of course, that number's just gone up by several thousand over the past 24 hours, but I don't know if these numbers are accurate. I mean, I can definitely see it being accurate. Europe just has a big issue in general. They have a lot of people coming over, and they're all being allowed over for all of these different reasons. But Pedro's not too happy about people calling him out on this, which is interesting because his narrative was, well, what was it again? Like peace, harmony, love, empathy, respect. Yeah. Yeah, they don't look like they really care to respect Spain, whether they're coming over because they're Muslims or because they're criminals or just because they're rowdy, rambunctious youths. Well, maybe they just want a job. That's all. That's all they want. Can't we give them jobs? Can't we just allow them to take all of our jobs? Is that so wrong? These are not good people. They're invading a country. They're climbing over razor wire fences. I mean, they're coming over in, what is that, like a military grade rib? I mean, there's just 100 people on that. People wading through the waters. I mean, they're literally climbing over a 20-foot tall razor wire topped fence. How do you justify that as they're just innocent people? No. They're literal barbarians invading the country. And what do you think the fallout of that is going to be? I mean, look at, oh, Jesus, it's a zombie invasion. Look at that. And again, this has to be, God, look at that. It has to be organized. It's seriously, that's Walking Dead. That's like peak Walking Dead, not the rest of it, the other like 95% of it, which was terrible. How do you justify this as some sort of humanitarian thing? These are all young fighting age men, almost all young fighting age men. I'm not saying they all have ill in their heart, but the vast majority of them certainly aren't coming over to make it better. Some hijabs there. I don't know if they're from the natives or not. This is clearly an invasion, clearly organized by someone. I don't know who, and I don't know why, but I do hope that the fallout of it, I mean, how can this do anything but open people's eyes to the problem? We have all these people complaining about Trump. Oh, Trump evil, Trump bad. Look at what's actually happening. Look with your eyes, your special eyes. Look at what's actually happening, and then tell me how border control is such a bad thing. It was so evil that they're going on and on about the TSA helping ICE recently deport people from the USA. Like people in the airport should just get free access to our airplanes to go wherever they want. And there's no one there to check whether or not you're illegal. You can just use our airports freely. It's insane. These people, there's countless videos of them. I mean, obviously, because it's just an endless, like, all day long stream. There's videos at night as well. And again, they just walk right up and put their face in the camera. They'll walk right up and talk to the camera, say their name. They will say why they're here. In fact, this very video says just that. Look at the climbing razor wire fences. It's unbelievable. Now, if just a second, this guy's gonna say.
To be here, it's been a very tough experience to go from the ocean. It was very tough. The police officers tried to stop us, but our will and our determination, we could came here.
It was tough to go from this guy just gets up into the camera and tells you it was so tough invading your country. The police tried to stop us, but with our will and determination, we conquered your country. That's it. Spain is conquered. He literally just said it. You literally have a smiling invader who is in Spain telling the camera, we conquered Spain. And he's not going to be arrested or deported or anything. Pedro's probably going to get down on his knees and lick this guy's boots. Or flip-flops. A lot of them have flip-flops. And again, this is like a 24-hour thing. It's just nonstop. But more people wearing hijabs there. You can see in front of that van. Loads and loads and loads of... God, it's just... Again, it's a zombie invasion. It's insane. And people are trying to say that it's not a Muslim thing or not an Islam thing. Okay, some people certainly are, obviously. Some people are just criminals, obviously. But, I mean, what you think all of these people just... It was just like, oh, God. Like, it's like, how can you defend this as anything besides an invasion? And they're not going to be stopped because of liberals who think that everyone just needs to get along. But as bad as people say Trump is, it's like 54, 56 people who've died in ISIS custody since Trump's second term. And I don't know the circumstances of that, but I also don't know the circumstances of this.
34 people are dead
34
after breaching the border between Morocco and the Spanish territory of Ceuta in North Africa.
34 people dead in the span of a single day invading Morocco, invading Spain from Morocco. And I don't know why those people are dead. Could be they drowned. Could be they cut ribbons climbing over that fence. Could be countless things. But the question is, what's the fallout of all of this? Well, here's a video of them hurling rocks at the post says it's from the Spanish police by Visegrad 24. It says it's Spanish police. The post under that, however, says it's the Moroccan gendarmerie, and the car is obviously the same thing. The SUV is obviously the same thing. I mean, this doesn't really say anything to me. I don't know anything about Morocco's police force or whatever, the gendarmerie Real, but let's just say it's Moroccan. Who cares? The point is that these people are all, this horde of zombies are all around it throwing rocks at them relentlessly. And that's what the people of Spain now get to look forward to. A bunch of angry 20-ish-year-old men hurling rocks at them. This is what's going to be left of their country. Not going to get a peaceful night's sleep today. No. Not going to get a peaceful night's sleep in a long time because that's a hospital there. I mean, look at this. This is the aftermath. Just ransacked. Obviously, there must have been some form of looting, and a lot of this is just going to be left behind trash. I mean, there's flip-flops, Coke cans. It's a lot of flip-flops. I don't know what's with all the flip-flops. But this is what their country has now been reduced to. It's now a third world country. Congratulations, Spain. You've gone from blazing wildfires to blazing cars in the middle of your streets. Look at that car, just speeding through. Probably because if you stop, you'll get... Well, I think we know what'll happen. And again, I don't really know that this is Spain or not. I can't tell, but it's someone claiming it is at the very least, and I would not be surprised if such a thing was actually happening. This is what you get. This is what you get when you ignore the basic rules of society, civility, decency, kindness, courtesy, respect. You can say those things, as the Prime Minister Pedro said, but that doesn't actually constitute real civility, real courtesy, real respect. These people are invading your country. What civility is there in that? What courtesy do you think they have for your people? What do you think they're going to do to your people, to the land, to the shops and stuff? And all he has to say, all he has to offer is it's a serious thing. We're taking it seriously. And if you were taking it seriously, it wouldn't have happened to begin with. I mean, it's not like it's a hard border to lock down. You've already got the fence set up with razor wire. Just have a guard post there. Give them a gun. The end. Problem solved. There's no problem to begin with, actually. But instead, again, blatantly orchestrated. I don't know by who. But this is... I always look to European countries, smaller countries with much closer relations, physical relations in this case, to places like the Middle East. And I look at them as a crystal ball, particularly England, because it's an island, so everything's going to happen much faster there. And I look to them and I see our future in the USA, or if you prefer Canada or Australia. This is what I see as our future if nothing is done. And this is what all of the liberals want to happen. Infinite immigrants enriching us. I'm not a fan. From sunup to sundown, they're just rampaging through the border, rampaging through the city. These like curved street lamps or telephone poles they have freak me out every time I see them. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I can't really know a woman's mind, but I don't think it's like a black or white thing, and yet for some reason it's I guess it's just privilege. The young, intelligent school children, the 20-year-old kids in college who have been trained by their activist teachers, they're going to bring this upon us if it's not stopped, if they're not stopped. And when I say they, I don't mean these people. I mean our own citizens, the liberals. This is what they want. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please do the YouTube things, and RIP Spain, I guess.